toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats. The Utes will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get the ball first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
It's complete to the right.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You can tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to him.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Johnson looking to throw. He's got his man across the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So the Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quarterback got it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Parker. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Dampier. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and of course, they go out and get it.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Trying to bull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Utes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line to push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Bradley. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy.
They stripped it out. And the defense jumps on him. They get the turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down and 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Makes the grab. It's a running room. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. After the break, they'll go back to work. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that
one. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Man, that's a really nice job executing by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a 1st and goal for this offense.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, that's one on 3rd down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got 4th.
Trying to barge in. He's stopped, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Oakland. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by... Going at zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he gets you, big fella.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On the run, still looking. Throwing on the run. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the backfield. It's open. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Johnson wants to throw it, using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A great great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Look out, he's got room. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like...
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Johnson looking to throw. Touchdown, Wildcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you can't...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Kansas City, 17.
And he'll just take... This drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The short hands, it's Edwards. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Picks up 4. Brings up second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air, it's Dampier. Snagged out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And the defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects a quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his feet on that throw. Ball got away from him a little bit. And, of course, that...
He'll try to take it back. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Kansas State. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On on the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Wide open spaces. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Now improvising. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Arizona escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Wildcats fans could have done without this one being so close. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the move. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
This offense has it with really good field position. On the ground, it's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Brings up second down.
And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Going for 6. Touchdown, Utes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. Hard running. Turning on the Jets. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Got it in the middle. It's Oakland.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Gives it on the option. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. The Utes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Edwards. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's loose. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Johnson looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Steps away. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the balls.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Johnson wants to throw it quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Nothing but green grass down the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. With the run on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Kansas State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
It'll be third and long. To the air. It's Dampier. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Gotta have it here on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Utah, 31.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.